What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, a trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis, live discussion about trading psychology, fundamental and technical aspect of trading. So today is as you can see, a very volatile day. Today we can see quite a few movement in the market. So we have seen that dollar yen trade that we have opened yesterday has gone exactly to the TP target. TP2 also has been hit, and gold trade also we are running a trade. Let's look at one by one all of them. Now before I begin this session, guys, make sure you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So I'll be starting with gold. Now we are running a trade on gold. From the daily time frame, what I see that gold is possible downside. The reason, if you closely look at it, you can see that gold open with a gap here. Okay, so with that gap opening, what do you see that gold has created this candle that is there is a gap opening, and with that gap opening, gold close with a downside. Now there is a high probability for gold to continue to drop. Now if you look at what we see, that there is we can say this is a pattern here that has developed on gold, which is what I think that which is a bearish price action. We saw massive liquidity grab along the zone, and the price again after dropping this level has gone up again to the resistance zone. And what we could see that gold after testing this resistance line, we could see that, as you can see, the price has again another wave of drop, and I think that gold may continue to drop in that direction as higher time frame, especially on the daily. What I see that from the daily, there's a gap opening, gap up, and this kind of price action is most of the time you see that it's a downside, it's a bearish price action. With this kind of gap opening, more often we see the market started to drop towards the downside. Now if we look at the 1 hour, we can see that from the 1 hour perspective, the price has gone up, tested the 20 MA, and again there has been another drop. And what I think that you can see, this is the resistance line, and the price is testing this resistance multiple times. Now if you closely look at, you will see that whenever the price is reaching this resistance, grabbing liquidity, having a massive drop, and that's the sign that there could be further drop in this market. Now this is the 1 hour chart, and we can see that gold is moving in this channel. Pardon me, this is the channel. The price was coming down. Okay, this is a falling channel on gold, and with this channel, okay, what do you see that gold whenever hitting that resistance, grabbing liquidity, dropping to the support, grabbing liquidity, dropping support. So highly likely that we could see ultimately a break of this support level, and with that break, this kind of channel in most of the time you'll see it will break towards the downside. And with that said, we can expect gold to slowly drop and come back to this to this level, to this resistance, to the support level, which is the smart money area along this zone. Okay, this is where I will be waiting to see the gold is coming back down in our TP target along this area. So we'll keep that on. Let's see along the way what else we have to see. Currently we see that gold is here. So from the 5 minutes time frame, again the price is forming along this area a bearish price action. I want to see that gold in fact coming down along this way to continue to drop, to create a new lower low. And if this is you can see after going to this zone, there has been another drop. Now the price is in a pullback. Okay, we saw there's a gap opening and then drop. So basically the price is maintaining this this resistance zone, this respecting this resistance and coming down. So we'll be looking to find another opportunity once we'll see that. So far, let's see how it does, but what I think that it may continue to drop. Okay, so from 4 hour, this candle is closing very soon. What I see that, you know, the bulls tried to break this high, but again we have seen that possible downside. Okay, now from 5 minutes, we see that there's a doji is being formed. So let's see how it does. We'll keep that, you know, we'll keep that running. In the meantime, we'll be looking at other instrument as well, what they are doing. Okay, dollar yen had multiple times liquidity grab. Okay, there is a doji here. The price is grabbing liquidity multiple times on dollar yen, and this market, what I think that is also preparing for an uprise. Okay, dollar yen trade you have seen yesterday, it has, you know, hit that TP target that we expected. Now let's see what opportunity we have next on in any of this instrument. Alright guys, thank you very much. I see dollar dumping and gold. Thank you very much. Usman Gold, good morning. Usman, thank you very much. John, hello coach, thank you. John, which strategy you see, coach, for the sell gold trade? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Good morning, thank you very much for being here. Okay, look, going back to gold, you know, this one, the market is, this channel is you can see creating series of lower high and then gathering liquidity from the resistance, which is typically a bearish price action. Now this 1 hour candle close is very important. From 15 minutes we see that we might see again retest of this level before coming down again. So we saw that there is a drop in that area. Okay, so the way we see the price action, which is still bearish, we might see locally again testing this level. Okay, let's keep that watching. In the meantime, let's see what's happening with DXY, because DXY is very important to see which way the market is heading. Now if we look at DXY to see what kind of price action it is forming, now looking at daily, because DXY will give us a bit more clearer idea of most of the USD pairs. So what we see, that DXY after this narrow green candle, okay, yesterday also we saw the narrow bullish candle. I think that DXY, it is a pullback and we might see a little upside before dropping down. Looking at the weekly on DXY will give us a bit more clearer picture. Now from the weekly, we can see that DXY from the weekly perspective, once the market open, after a little pullback, the bulls taking control in the market on DXY, and still not fully, it's a pullback. If you look at the overall picture, okay, from the weekly with this long wick, there is a strong drop. Okay, from the weekly it's a massive drop. Now with that drop, DXY after this narrow wick candle, long wick bearish, so far the bulls created a little effort to the upside. What I think that because it's in a pullback, if we take Fibonacci from the weekly perspective from high to the low, we can see that this is a This is 38.2% Fibonacci level, and I think that DXY might move up to resistance level, and then we can expect the price to continue to drop in the direction on DXY. Now from the daily, now this is the daily perspective, and we can see that there is a head and shoulder and reversal pattern along this area. So what I think that when you see any kind of reversal pattern, a consolidation, a head and shoulder, and then a breakdown from that head and shoulder, you can expect the price to go ahead and test the neckline of this previous support here, which is turning resistance, and then we can expect the price to come back down. Now from that perspective, we see that DXY is still yet to reach there to test the previous support here as a resistance, and then we could see the DXY again coming towards the downside. Now with that said, what I think that DXY is still little bit of upside possible. Okay, now with that upside on DXY, gold might be locally downside, because DXY and gold always the other way around, so always inversely related. So DXY has this move, correction, we can expect another move and correction, and that way we might see the market is evolving in that direction. So let's look at the 4 hour to see. Now this is where we see that the market, you can see this price action, what we see on DXY, this nice channel to the upside, and the price is gathering liquidity from this support, and this is the channel that DXY is going, and in majority of the time you'll see that a local channel, that channel end up normally breaking to the upside and then trending to the downside. So this is what I'm expecting on DXY, is for the price to move up, okay, break to the upside, reaching this resistance line, and then trending towards the downside, okay, to create a new lower low. So this is where my plan on DXY is for the price to reach and then test and then to drop. So there is a locally bullish structure is possible on DXY. So what we are discussing about, like if you look at the 1 hour, you can see this channel here, and that channel, you can see there is a double top formation on the 1 hour breakdown, and we can expect slowly the price to go ahead and test this level and then to continue or trend towards the downside. So with this DXY, we have found that we can see mirror in euro dollar. If we look at the euro dollar, you can see euro dollar has come to just on the 20 EMA, and the price, you can see like the DXY, it's consolidating and slowly trying to drop in this direction. And because it's a bull market, what I think that euro dollar may drop further, okay, to this level like the DXY. This is the swing high, previous resistance, turn support, and I think that euro dollar is likely to be trending in that direction, so which is very highly likely to happen. Okay, so let's see what we can see with that euro dollar. Let's go back to gold to see gold candle is closing in a couple of minutes. Let me see what it is trying to do here on 15 minutes and on the 5 minutes as well. So the possibility on the 5 minutes, what I see that the price action, okay, it's still down, it's still weaker here, the bulls. So we can expect another wave of drop on gold in that direction. See, candle close is crucially important. Now if we look at the 4-hour candle close, it is very important to see 6 minutes remaining for this candle to be closed. The price now testing this is the 30 minutes price section. It's a very important level on gold. This is the support down resistance, and okay, so you can expect slowly. Now this 5 minutes candle also crucial, how it is closing. Okay, so we'll keep that on. Let's see how the market is evolving. Now from the daily, what I see that gold is, for me, it looks bearish. There is a gap opening, and this kind of gap opening normally signals potential downside. Okay, we saw that there is a dodgy bearish candle gap opening that also form a bearish candle, and what we can expect slowly gold to come down to this support level, because if you look at the overall picture, we see that there are 3 long wick candles on gold. Now with that long wick candles, gold from this resistance line had a strong breakdown, and yesterday also you have seen this long bearish candle, so which is typical bearish price action for gold. And this kind of gap opening that we see today is a potential for further downside. We might see that some up and down in that area, the way it's doing now, but ultimately we can expect for the price to drop. Okay, so we'll be we'll keep watching the price action to see. Okay, let me see how it does. In the meantime, let me know which one you are at. Issue. Good morning. Profit was good. GBP USD close absolutely. GBP JPY. Yep. Coach Ban, good morning coach, thank you for your expert advice. I'm interested in getting funded account. Do you have any suggestion? Coach Ban, yeah, we are talking to a partner for a funded account, and very soon I'll advise which one. I'm just looking to see the best one for my subscribers. Very soon will be coming up in our channel, and you will be able to access with a discounted price for them. Very soon I will be letting you know. Morning, thank you very much. USD CHF, thank you very much. So what can you expect from euro dollar? Thank you very much. We'll be looking at that. Hey coach, awesome. I wanted to cover my very good. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, good morning, coach. Thank you very much. Euro dollar. Hi, coach. Please, can you look at Euro AUD? Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking at that. Okay, so I'll be looking at now GBP USD, GBP JPY, and Euro AUD. So GBP JPY, if we look at this one on GBP JPY, looking at the daily, now this market, as you can see, it's a long-term bullish market. Okay, GBP JPY with this strong impulse to the upside. Now with this impulse, what we see that GBP JPY created this massive move towards the upside. Now with that movement on GJ, the price has formed a narrower candle on the daily. It's the sign that the bulls are very strong in this market. Now, as you know that I always look at the daily time frame first of all, and then scale down to the lower time frame, because daily time frame is very reliable. And I give the in all time frame I first look at daily, because daily especially daily time frame is very reliable. There is a reason behind it. A lot of swing trader trades on daily time frame, and trading on daily time frame, if anyone trade with a bit knowledge and a bit more capital, is always very reliable. It takes a very little time, let's say in the beginning of the day, spending 15 minutes 20 minutes, and then setting the trade and then forgetting. It's a very, very good approach to with a bigger capital, good return, or even with a smaller capital, to grow the account is a very good way to trade on the daily time frame. So daily price action is very reliable, and I first look at always when I open the market on the daily. Now from the daily, you can see that GBP JPY, this is a very strongly bullish market. Every day there's a when you see this candlestick pattern, you will understand how the bull have performed over the days. This candlestick will tell you exactly what happened. You can see it's a very strongly bull market. Now I know that in the beginning there's a tendency to sell this kind of market. I always trade with the trend, because seeing a top will not guarantee a change of trend, because a change of trend occur after a lot of reversal, a lot of consolidation. It needs certain pattern to develop to change the trend. That's why always trading with the trend is the key. As JC Livermore once said that buy the market that is fully bullish, or sell the market which is fully bearish. So as a trader, it is important to know that which way the market is heading. It's the bull market or it's a bear market. Now if you look at this market, know that this is a very very long-term bullish market. Already there has been significant movement. Now some might think that okay, the market is trending for a long time, it's time to reverse. Anytime it could reverse, but when it reverses, it will give you a signal that it's gonna reverse. It will tell you that the market is reversing with certain price action confirmation. Until that, we consider it as a bullish market. Now you can see that with this movement on the GBP JPY, this is a massive bullish market, and we see the market is consolidating in that area. Now we could see that reversal if we see that kind of price action. If we see that, if you look at a massive breakdown, let's say this is a massive bullish candle, another one almost have crossed that weekly candle, then we can say that okay, GJ probably have reversed. We might see some downside to this level, which is also possible. Anything is possible because this has been massively to the upside. But until we see that confirmation, we have to consider it as a bull market. And if we see that, especially from the daily You can see so far it's bullish market. Now going to the 4-hour, you can see that this pattern is forming on GJ, okay, which is also a bullish pattern. Now previous session we have seen the GBP JPY has formed a long wick candle. This is the 4-hour long wick candle, has crossed all this low, so that has a liquidity grab. We might see a bit more consolidation in this market now because it has a significant movement. Until we see a very stronger rejection from the support, we'll observe. I think that the market will still remain bullish. Let's see how it goes. Okay, going back to gold, let's see what gold has done. Is there is a narrower candle. Okay, so looking at this one, there's a 1 hour doji. Let me see the 15 minutes. Okay, so from 5 minutes, you know, the way I see the daily candle on gold, I really hesitate to buy it at this price. This is a bearish market, and until we see that locally showing align with the daily, I'll just keep watching that one. Okay, so you see it's from lower time frame we might see some up and down, and this is the channel. This channel might remain, you know, intact. We could see, you can see whenever the price is breaking this high, immediately getting rejected. So what I think that gold, you know, after even testing this level, we can expect it to come back down, and so we will be looking still selling opportunity on gold whenever it is arising. The bulls are not strong enough. You can see that this price action, there is an attempt from the buyers, but not, you know, strong enough for a strong movement. Okay, a breakout. Instead we see that the market is it's a kind of consolidation, and what I think that we could see slowly it's coming back to this support level. If we look at this support, we can see that how the market is evolving in this area. Okay, this is the support level, and yeah, so what I think that you can see the price is gathering liquidity from the resistance. So which way the market is gathering liquidity is very important, because if you see that a market is gathering liquidity from the top, highly likely that it will move the other way around. You know why? Because let me ask you guys, let me know why this happened. If a market, let's say, gathering liquidity from resistance, why it's in majority of the time you will see it will break. If it is a gathering liquidity from the resistance, it will break towards the support line. Can you let me know why? Dollar yen Deepak, yeah, we'll be looking at that. Good morning, coach. Thank you very much. Coming, coach. Yeah. AUD news, yeah, we'll be looking at that. Let's look at the news calendar. It is important to see when the news calendar, when the news is coming up. If we look at the Forex factory, just to see the news schedule. So AUD today, no, there is no AUD high impact, maybe low impact news, but on our next news is tomorrow, GBP CPI, the high impact news, and the Thursday, that means tomorrow also there will be some announcement. Okay, and then after tomorrow on Thursday there is CHF news coming up. Okay, and again GBP. Okay, very volatile days coming up. When there is a news, the market always very volatile. So GBP, you know, gold, they will remain volatile because of this news. So tomorrow is GBP. Today there isn't much important news coming up. There could be low impact news. I normally only focus on the high impact, because if I look at all the news, it might confuse me. So okay, so we'll keep gold on the watch list. Let's see how it goes. In the meantime, so gold, so this bullish candle, let me see if we need to close out this trade. If we see the local bullish, which is, you know what, I think that the market highly likely will respect this resistance. This is a very strong resistance level, and when the market moves like that, okay, with, you know, you can see whenever, how many times you see market gather liquidity, there's a doji and then there's another one, and it has crossed all of them, and then so this is a sign of potential downside. You know, in any break to the upside, this market will give an opportunity for selling, because this kind of market normally, after gathering this kind of liquidity, ultimately the price breakdown, okay, the price breakdown, and we could see that slowly breaking and even making, you know, starting a new downtrend and breaking all this low, which is possible. At least we can expect to come to the support level. And for me, you know, gold, this move is a fake move, and when, you know, this kind of fake move happen, that's actually you know, continuation of this trend. If you look at, if you omit this part, then what do you see? You'll understand what I mean. If you omit this part on gold, this is the, you know, 1 hour chart, then what you can see that on gold is this one, right? And the price was supposed to drop like that. All right, now what happened is that gold, instead of dropping like that, the price has gone up. All right, and then consolidated, has gone up. So this move, now what we see is now coming down. So what goes up must come down. It has gone up to this level, and so the ultimately we can expect the price to come back down and merge with this line that was originally had the price was following and then trending to the downside. Okay, so there is a longer term perspective that gold is towards the downside. Okay, so by knowing that, we will be looking to sell gold whenever we see that entry opportunity. This is the main intention here, to look for selling opportunity. Okay guys, in the meantime, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. As you can see, every week and weekdays and weekend, there is a lot of content being posted that will help you in your trading journey. This weekend also I will be releasing some valuable content as well, so that you guys can be benefited. And the only thing, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, so that you don't miss out any of the content that we are releasing. So, and also join the free Telegram channel, link in the description area. Now let me look at with that one on we looked at GBP JPY. Let's look at GBP USD. Now with that of GBP USD, looking at monthly perspective, okay, from the monthly, what do you see that GBP USD, this is a long-term bullish market. As you can see, I always first look at, normally I look at daily and then go to the monthly, scale down to the lower time frame. So looking at the daily, first of all, on GBP USD, we can see that this is a very strongly bullish market. From the daily, this is a massive move to the upside. On GU, we have seen last week, has broken all this level. Now with this movement, as you know, the trending market will never move in one direction. The market will move and then it will come back for a pullback and then will move. This is how the market moves. So if we look at place our Fibonacci from low to the high on GBP USD, we can expect the price come back to 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is the minimum Fibonacci, and with that move on GBP USD, okay, we can expect the price come down to test this level. Now GBP USD a movement, and now it's coming down for a pullback on the daily. Now daily pullback can be lower time frame downtrend on this instrument. As you can see, we see that's happening. So if we look at the 4 hour, okay, we can see that from the 4 hour GBP USD is this is the move, okay, and this is a very important swing low on GBP USD, which is now touching the price. Below this doji there is a huge liquidity. Okay, now liquidity, if you want to know what is liquidity, I discuss more and I can explain more. Let me know if you are not sure about the liquidity. Liquidity is the is the fuel of the market. Now we saw that from 4 hour GBP USD was consolidating. Okay, this is the move and it has come down. I think that what I think, GBP USD highly likely that will drop below this level, especially along this 20 EMA, and then we might see that GBP USD breaking towards the upside, which is very likely to happen, or coming down further for a deeper drop and then continuing its uptrend. Because after this kind of move, when the market consolidate, this is the swing low. Once it will grab the liquidity, we could see GBP USD again trying to move up, or based on how the price action is forming in that area will determine how GBP USD will move. Now looking at the daily again, we see how the market is evolving. I think that this is a very important level. Once it will come here, we might see upside again, and I normally try to avoid trading against the trend. Now with that said, what we see that because the market on GBP USD is a strongly bullish, I'll look for potential pullback to be over for a potential buying opportunity. And yeah, so this is where I will be waiting to see how the market is reacting to this level. As you can see, back to back 2 dojis. Now with these 2 dojis, the price is now approaching that level, and there is a weakness, there is a very strong bullish candle here. We might see a bit more consolidation. If the price wants to break this support and continue to drop, then we might see the market is consolidating here and then breaking down. Okay, based on how the market does, we'll be responding to it. Now from the weekly, we can see a bit more clearer picture. Now from the weekly, you can see this is a strong bullish market, followed by the prices coming down for a pullback. Now it might even come back to this level. As I mentioned, how far it will come to determine when the price is reacting to the level, and then we'll see where you can find entry opportunity. Okay, so going back to gold. Now gold is, let me see. Okay, so we see that local movement to the upside. It might go up again to test this level. Okay, so we'll keep that. Let's see. The price is respecting this resistance, and you can expect it to have. Let's look at the daily again. Now daily, there's a gap opening. I think it will just bounce off the daily opening and closing again, and then it'll come back down. Okay, this is not a bullish market, so yeah, will not be going long at all at the moment. The market more created many different kind of structure. You will see always it happens. So we saw that when this is the 5-minute time frame on gold, that you can see this is the channel the market was going up, and we saw this breakdown from this channel. Price is going up to test this level, and then we can expect that drop back again to the support level. Okay, so we'll keep that on. Let me know in the chat which one you are up to. Thank you very much. I need to satisfy the transactions. Yeah, thank you very much. USD CAD. In the meantime, guys, join the free Telegram channel, and also if you are looking for a regulated broker, our recommended broker is Evertrade. You can use Evertrade. They're regulated, and there's a link in the description, and also I'm giving a link in the live chat. So okay, so you can use that link in the live chat. Click the link and then register for free, and then you can start trading with a regulated broker. So they are regulated, so your capital, withdrawal, deposit, everything is very, very swift and smooth, and no commission broker. So you can use that link to start trading with Evertrade. Can look at oil. Yep, we'll be looking in a second. You check AUD USD and NZD USD, I think. WTI. Okay, so we'll be looking at WTI, AUD USD, and ZD USD, and some other pairs that in dollar CAD. So looking at WTI. Okay, so looking at the WTI from 4 hour. Okay, so from the daily, we see the WTI reach this daily resistance line. This is the daily resistance, and from that daily resistance, WTI has formed this long narrow red candle, and the market opened with a gap here on the daily. Now with that gap opening today, the price has started to drop. Now with the drop, what I think that WTI may come down further. Okay, so if we look at the overall picture from the weekly, this is the weekly price action. Previous week there is a rejection from the support. Now this week what we saw that WTI has just crossed the weekly high. Okay, now with that weekly high cross, we saw WTI again had a rejection to the downside, and I think that WTI highly likely will see that the price again moving down to create a new lower low. Now if you look at this overall, this is a rejection from the support on WTI from the weekly. Now after breaking this high, we saw after creating this overextended on WTI, the price has massive drop. There is a probability for massive drop now, because the price already, you can see there is a bearish engulfer on the weekly, and the price has gone up for a pullback, created an overextended. Now we can expect the price to continue to drop in that direction. So if we look at daily, we see that from the daily perspective, again going back to daily, we saw with this movement the price reached this dynamic resistance line. Now with the dynamic resistance, we have seen WTI now slowly moving its way. Now this is a support level on WTI. I think that slowly it will make its move to the downside. Now locally we saw this bullish pattern here. I think that slowly we will see the price again coming down, because this is a market will never give you a smooth line, but if you look at, you'll see that the market is respecting this resistance line, and we can expect it to slowly melt to the downside. So WTI, in my opinion, is bearish. Okay, now looking at dollar CAD, let's see dollar CAD. Now this is also consolidating in that area, dollar CAD. If we look at the daily, now from the daily, we'll be looking at weekly. The price has come down well below the weekly support. Now if you see that bigger picture on dollar CAD, we can see that this market has broken this weekly support level. This is a long-term support. When the price was coming here, bouncing up, coming here, bouncing up, and that's a long-term support level on USD CAD. Has a strong breakdown with this strong impulse on the weekly. The price below the support, slowly it's coming up for a pullback. In the first 2 days we haven't seen much movement. I think that after going up a little bit to the upside, we can expect another drop on USD CAD. It could go up to test this support as a resistance, or may not, because it's already well below. We might see another attempt from the seller. Now looking at the daily, now from the daily, the way it is forming here, we might see a bit more locally bullish, locally to the upside. Like all the euro, dollar, GBP USD, you can see almost moving in the same fashion. So you could see dollar CAD is going up to, at least we can expect it to come to this zone where there is a doji from the daily support and resistance, and this is where we can expect dollar CAD to go ahead and to give us selling opportunity. So locally we can see that dollar CAD is now consolidating in that area, and as you can see, anytime we could see that USD CAD is moving towards the upside to test this level. Now it's a long-term downtrend, that's why I will not be interested to buy. Anytime if we see the dollar CAD has given us a selling opportunity, we will be selling in this market. And also as soon as I will find an opportunity, I will be sending to the VIPs. Also you can join us if you want to trade with us and also learn our strategies, be part of our trading community. There is a link in the description and also link at the top of the chat. You can click the link and then visit the website and click join now button if you want to be part of that. So yeah, let's look at, now we looked at dollar CAD, and we'll be looking at on GBP JPY. We have looked at, let me see which one is giving better opportunity. We'll be looking a little bit at indices. See, yen pair. I'll first quickly go through all of them a little bit to see which one is giving better trading opportunity, and then we'll be analyzing that. Let me go through all of them to see. So gold is locally upside. CHF-JPY, we see that after multiple liquidity, Euro AUD has a blowout. Okay, we closed this trade early, but we opened that trade. As you can see, in fact, it could give us more than 3 times profit on this one. We closed it earlier when the price was here. Now Euro AUD, you can see this is what I try to explain to you guys in trading, that when you if you can hold the trade, that's where the bigger profit comes in place. When you trade one trade, 2 trade could go wrong. Okay, this is how trading works. But if you can hold a position for a bigger profit target, it will give you everything that 1 or 2 trade didn't give you. Now if we look at the daily on Euro AUD, we see that this is a let's look at this market now trending, reversing. Looking at the weekly, we can see that Euro AUD, after triggering this liquidity zone on Euro AUD from this support, okay, this is the weekly doji here. Now with that weekly doji on Euro AUD, the price triggered all-time high, and then what we saw that Euro AUD has a bounce. Now with that bounce, what I think that because it's a long-term bullish market, if you look at the monthly, you can see that Euro AUD is a long-term bull market, and we can expect this market to continue to rise to the upside. Now looking at weekly, we can see that after this weekly doji, the price has a bounce, and we can expect this market to move to the upside. Now if we look at the daily, okay, from the daily perspective, this is a strongly you can see with this doji, the price has broken to the upside. Now what I think that Euro AUD highly likely will break this swing high. After this kind of breakout, very highly likely Euro AUD will manage to break this high, and after creating an overextended, we might see that Euro AUD again coming to the downside. Now from the 4-hour, we see that Euro AUD has created this consolidation pattern here. Okay, nice looking reversal, breakout, we might see a bit more pullback and another wave of rise, and with that said, we might see again later coming down to the downside, So Euro AUD currently bullish. Any kind of pullback, if the price managed to come back down here again, we can look for buying opportunity. When if the price come to test this previous resistance here as a support, we can look for potential buying opportunity on Euro AUD. Okay guys, so let me know in the chat which one you are at. Okay, so looking at 1953, let's see, we'll be looking at Rithik or John. So Euro USD looking bullish. We'll be looking at the AUD USD. Thank you very much. Can you please give some trade? Shampa, yeah, absolutely, we do open quite a few trades in BIP as well as in our live session. So any trade coming along, definitely we'll be looking to enter. Let's see this one now, where it is doing on. So we can see that locally we saw this move on gold. The price has gone up again to the resistance zone. If we look at the daily, from the daily, you can see this is the price open with a gap, and with this gap opening, if we look at weekly, we can see this is the weekly price section. We can see previous week there is a long week doji from the weekly on gold, and from the monthly, you can see from the monthly perspective as well, we can see that gold has. I'll take a 30-second break, guys. I'm coming back once again. Okay guys, so from the monthly, what we see that gold from the monthly perspective, bigger picture, gold is bearish. As you can see, last month gold has formed this long bearish engulfer, which in fact triggered liquidity from this level and created this long monthly bearish engulfer, followed by this month. So far we see that gold is still downside, and what I think that, you know, without dropping further, gold may not go up. We might see that gold again coming down to create a new lower low. Now looking at the weekly giving a bit more clearer idea. Last week we saw this doji on the weekly, and this week once the market opened, what do you see that gold started to drop. And you know, in this move, what I think that gold, we can expect at least to come down again to this weekly 20 EMA. Now looking at the daily, now this is where I see that gold is bearish. Now from the daily you can see there is a doji on the daily and gap opening, and what I think that, you know, highly likely we might see gold again coming down to this support level, at least we can expect. And if you look at this long daily doji, we can see that there is a bearish price action here with this doji, and that doji crossed the 20 EMA, closed back as a doji, followed by a long bearish candle. Now today so far we have seen initial drop, and now the price again has gone up for a pullback. I think that, you know, you could see this market is continuing to the downside. Now this structure that I see here on gold is a possible downside, and it's a possible bearish structure. Now from the 4 hour we can see this is a local movement to the upside, local movement. There is a long, this bearish candle was a very strong drop, and with that drop we saw the price has come down again. It is going up for a deeper pullback, and I think that, you know, after testing this level we can expect gold to come down again. Now this is the 1 hour price action. You can see price after this long wick candle again has gone up. Now looking at the 15 minutes time frame and lower time frame, okay, so let's also look at the 5 minutes. Now locally we see that the price action forming is it has gone to the channel again. This is the channel, the price was moving, gone to the channel, right? And from that channel, if the price failed to break this high, we could see slowly downside. Now for the time being we can see that locally moving towards the upside. Okay, so this this is where we see the price action. This is a bit more narrower, what is the narrower channel. If you look at 1 hour, you can see how the market is evolving in this area. It's a bit more narrow channel. Okay, now the price on the resistance line. Okay, anytime any entry opportunity coming up, we will be definitely looking to enter a position. Right guys, let's see if we can find the price on the resistance. You can see this is the local channel on the 5 minutes time frame. Gold was going, there's a local breakdown, and again the price has gone up back to that channel, okay, which has given us a little bit of momentum for this move. this is the 15 minutes price action. So in this kind of market, okay, whenever the price goes to an extreme level, breaking all the high is normally give us another opportunity for buying or selling. So we see that the market is, after getting overextended, could find that the market is giving us another opportunity to sell again. And we could see that this level, this is the level that might be respected, and we might see the market is again forming this structure. Okay, so let's see, we need to find that entry point, then we can look for potential opportunity. In the meantime, let me know which one you are at. Can you please give some trade? Okay, yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at whenever the trade comes, we open. Yesterday also we have opened quite a few trades. Today also I'm expecting to open multiple trades as soon as you will find that. So looking at let me see that we saw that all the USDPR after coming to this support level now slowly going up for a pullback. Dollar Swiss franc is coming down from the channel. Okay, dollar yen, let's look at dollar yen, what it is doing. Now dollar yen, as you can see, yesterday we had really a massive trade on dollar yen in this live session. And if we look at dollar yen on the bigger picture from the monthly, we can see that this is a long-term bullish market on dollar yen. Okay, now with that bullish market on dollar yen, we see that this market has a massive breakout. Looking at the weekly, from the weekly perspective, we see dollar yen also bullish. Now with this support level on dollar yen, this is the strong breakout followed by narrow weekly doji. Now with that weekly doji, so far the price didn't move much, and we can expect dollar yen to move up. Now if we look at the daily, now from the daily perspective, this is the daily bullish price action followed by another daily narrow candle. Now what we see that this is the daily doji on dollar yen, and we can expect dollar yen to create a higher low and then to continue to rise to the upside. From the 4 hour, okay, we see that dollar yen is, this is the channel on the 4 hour locally. It's forming here, which is what I think that dollar yen may move along this channel for longer term perspective. So we might see, the way we see the price, this one is now coming downside, we might see that break of this low again, especially along this 20 EMA. We could see the dollar yen is forming this bullish market structure. So locally it's coming down. Anytime we'll look for potential buying opportunity on dollar yen. Okay guys, let's see how it does. We see that gold locally has gone up again, locally bullish. This is a very important level that gold has reached, and what I think that 17 minutes later this candle is closing, and we might see later, we can expect a reversal very soon. From the daily you can see gold already reached that resistance zone. Okay, and yeah, so if we look at the daily price action, we can see that daily the price already hitting that resistance line. Okay, so it's a very important level to look at. Okay guys, so we see the price has reached an important level. Anytime we could see the reversal. As soon as I will find that reversal, I'll jump back on the trade on gold again. We are running a trade, we might need to sort that out as well. So yeah, let's keep that watching. In the meantime guys, if you want to also join us, there is a link in the description, there is a link at the top of the chat. You can visit the website, let us know if you have any question using the live chat. Review, yeah, thank you very much. We'll be looking at that. Good morning, Bonnie. Okay, so any important other question importance on GJ triple top on daily candle. So GBP JPY, if we look at that daily triple top, daily candle is still not closed. We can't say that GBP JPY already formed a triple top, because if you closely look at this daily candle is still not closed. We might see that triple top, but the main factor here is trend. As I mentioned, the trend is very important. I always look at the trend when I trade. Trading with the trend is the key. So if you look at this big move, you can see in comparison with it's a very narrow correction. Now slowly we could see that if we see a strong reversal, which is possible to see in that direction on GJ, but until we see that, we might see that the market is consolidating. If we see, let's say, the before any kind of reversal, the price normally have a massive manipulation, okay, which is, this is how the market reverse. If GBP JPY reverse from here, we'll see at least one long wick candle like that, a manipulation candle, and then we could see that GJ again, coming down, breaking towards the downside. So at this point, I don't want to comment either it's going to be bullish or reversing until I see that pattern. Okay, if I see that pattern, definitely we'll look at that. Okay, I'll keep you updated guys. Thank you very much. And with that said, for this session, we'll come on live again next one. I'm going to end this session. Thank you very much for being here. And also, if you want to be a part of our trading community, you can join us, link in the description. And also, if you are looking for a regulated broker, there is a link in the description area. You can use our trade or link to start with trading with a regulated broker. And also join the free Telegram channel to stay connected for all the updates and educational content that you are posting. And thank you. I'll see you again in my next live. And also with the analysis coming up, I'll keep watching the price action to find a good trade for me and for VIPs. So I hope that said, thank you very much. I'll see you soon in the next one.